Yun ang challenge in secularism. The world is convinced. At ito'y binanggit sa simula ng Lumen Fidei. Binanggit ito ng encyclical. That we say this, but the world thinks that it is otherwise. That Christian faith is no longer needed. That we have with our technology come of age. We do not have to believe in a God. Our genetic engineering, our cellular technology, medicine, we can already do what ancient generations have assigned to gods. No, we now can do it. Yan. But the main point now of Lumen Fidei ay that the only way we can recover the place of faith in the history of humankind, the only way Christianity can be true to its mission, go, proclaim the gospel, they who believe shall be saved. To be true still to the commission of our Lord after the resurrection, it must be in the faith received, lived gratefully, and actively shared by each Christian, each believer. And it is because of that that the church, therefore, becomes the community. It is not a choice between the individual or the community. It is the community making the individual. It is the community making it's the individual making up the community. It's the community making and forming the individual. Hindi yan pamimilian. Kaya, eto, yung long disregard of the individual believer. Sa bagay na ito, mga kapatid ko, tayong mga Pilipino, ay hindi makapagmamalaki. Our Roman Catholic Church in the Philippines has always been characterized by overwhelming, onrushing number, multitudes. Yan eh. At para sa atin, faith is alive, nag-uumapaw ng simbahan. Hindi na natin tinanong, ay yung bang pananampalataya ng mga nagkakagulo sa simbahan, ano ba yan? Yung ba superstition? Yung ba gospel-based? Ito ba'y, making a deal with God? Yun. Yung individual, yung po ang napaka. At historically, we can understand that. Alam mo yung bakit? One very important historical note that had not been really discussed, that had hampered the church. The Roman Catholic Church in the Philippines had been lame. Ito'y lumpo simula pa lamang. Alam mo yung bakit? Because we never had our native clergy properly developed. Never. And up to now, for the first 200 years, 300 years, yun na. Kaya po yung coming 500th anniversary natin, I hope that it will drive us to study now the historical elements, where we are strong, why, and so forth, and so on. One element is that the verdict of history had hampered us. And it will continue. There is no solution. Alam mo niyo kung ano problema natin? Sa bawat ilang milyon ang Katoliko sa Laguna. Ilan ang pari? By sheer rationing, mapupunan natin na, can you really guide individually? Can you really nourish? Can you really take care of the individual believer? Do you know why we have to resort to crowd management rather than individual guidance? Because of the physical impossibility. Sa atin ay isang parokya with 80,000. Oh my God. It defies all rules of physics. And yet, we are complacent enough to believe, ay punong-puno naman yung bawat misa. That is myopia. Kapag sa bawat isang nakikipaggigitan sa simbahan, hindi malayong 3 o 4 ang hindi magpapakita. Wala doon. Sapagkat ni walang pananampalataya to give any importance to the Eucharist. Ni wala. Yun po yun. Kaya the disappearance of the Christian faith, ito pong salita, the dimming of the light of faith, Lumen Fidei, the dimming, ito'y palamlam ng palamlam. Ang, alam po ba ninyo, in a conflictual situation, pero yun ang tinutukoy noon, yung development sa Philippine society, ito ba'y malinaw eh. For the first time, nagkaroon kayo ng RH law, naging law. At ang mga kasunod niyan ay malinaw, yung divorce law. Nangyari na. Iisipin ninyo, kung kailan mas marami ang Katoliko because of the demographic increase of population, iyon ay empty figures sapagkat yung pagkakatoliko, yung pananampalatayang Kristiyano ay wala. Yung number ay iba doon sa life of faith. At yung life of faith ang pinag-uusapan. At ito'y i-focus natin sa isang segment lamang. Yung mga believer, allegedly, supposedly, believing legislators. The very fact that enough legislators pass a law in disregard of what the faith says is already indicative of a development whereby the Philippines will be joining already the developments elsewhere, where all the Catholic countries have divorce law and they even have abortion law. That up to the first 3 months and so forth and so on. That in case of rape, sure, you can abort. So in other words, that is already permissible murder. They have that Catholic. Why? Because their Catholicism is more of a figure of speech rather than a reality of life. We are approaching that. It has begun. You cannot deny that. Tingnan ninyo, maski na sa social media, maski na sa newspaper, try to pulsuhan ninyo at magugulat kayo. Halimbawa na, yung tungkol sa gay. Para sa kanila ako'y gay, karapatan ko ito. At bakit may tutugoy yung patungkol sa homosexual acts? Ako'y homosexual, kaya yung act ko'y act ko. Akin yun eh. Bakit pakikialaman ninyo? Iyon na ngayon ang demand. At ngayon yung Catholic position openly being challenged. And when Francis spoke that, who am I to judge? Have you noticed that on the Philippine scene, some of the gay representatives, ano yung alphabet nila? Yung mga LGBT, kung ano-ano pa. Na, sabi nila we wish the Pope will go all the way. Ayun, they will even do better than Pope Francis. Na hindi lamang irespeto ang mga gay, kung hindi yung kanilang tinatawag natin kinukundinang homosexual acts, na ito rin ay kilalanin. Ayun, naroon It is unthinkable. They are actually taking place. Ang punto'y eto, mga kapatid ko, na ito nga